God damn it, I lost a set of tools. It was definitely a player.
Yeah, he's got a laser on his gun.
What a piece of shit. How? See, that's what I'm talking about. How could I not hear him way down there? Like, even
Oh
if he
my
was moving
god.
super-
What's going on, guys? It's me here. It's me here. Gotta say a name! And today I want to talk to you about how I can myself in the ass. What's going on, guys? It's Jake here, aka Ticks and Leeches. And today, I want to talk to you guys about the games I'm excited for, because lately, games haven't been going super hot for me.
Who's going third right now?
That's me.
I died. I don't know how, but he one-shot me right in the head. Take
He got me too. My legs seem to have only half loaded.
And don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean there weren't a couple of fun moments or some good times in the past couple of weeks.
Oh shit.
Here, I'll drive, you do the gun. Oh, what the fuck? Jake, I need your help.
Where are you?
What? I got out of the vehicle.
I got
What's
you.
happened? Oh, there you go.
Oh.
That did it.
Oh, the superpowers on this guy! So let's get into it. I also want to give a big shout out to my buddy Austin. He's the one that captured this gameplay for me in the background. It's just going to be some casual Modern Warfare multiplayer while I talk about some Call of Duty. There's a lot of games that I'm hyped for this year. I mean, it's going to be a crazy year. There's Cyberpunk 2077, which honestly, if I'm being completely real, my hype has died down a little bit for it because of some of the things that they've said about it. And when it comes down to it, when I play an RPG, I don't particularly enjoy first person just because I prefer to see my character's progression. When it comes down to it, I play a lot of FPS games. If a game is fun, I'm going to play it regardless. It still looks pretty promising. The only things that I worry about are certain things that the devs have said. Like recently I remember them making a post saying they were working very hard on the melee combat in the game because they weren't 100% satisfied with how it looked. Coming from a game like The Witcher 3, that worries me a lot because I really enjoyed the melee combat in that game. It's one of the things that keeps you playing. And I'm also excited for games such as Outriders. There's going to be a new DLC coming to Destiny 2 at some point, which, by the way, super underrated. That game has really turned a corner since Activision and Bungie split. It is a lot fun. It is a lot fun. Jesus Christ, Jake. Learn English. Other games I'm excited for include the Mafia Definitive Edition, Assassin's Creed Valhalla looks very good, and I'm also fairly excited for Godfall, which looks to be a looter hack and slash, which is pretty interesting. It's not something that hasn't been done before, but hopefully it'll turn out really well, so it's going to be interesting. See if that game holds up. I get a very reboot God of War type vibe from that game. That will be very interesting to see. But let's get into the meat and potatoes. The reason you're here, the reason I'm here making this video, the game that I'm disgustingly, probably blindly hyped for, just like I am every year since I think I was probably 14 in middle school. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. I am just unbelievably excited for this game out of nowhere. I have always been a big fan of the Treyarch Call of Duties, just in general. There's a lot of things that I prefer about them. For example, I mean, the no-brainer is they have the zombies mode, which back in the day was just tits. It was so much fun to play. In my opinion, the last couple of Black Ops games kind of didn't do so hot on the zombies. They weren't the most terrible maps I had ever seen or anything like that, but they pushed a lot of the maps into super close quarters, which is okay. It makes the game difficult and all that, but one of my favorite things in the original Black Ops and World at War zombies, especially on maps like Die Rise and Kino in the original Black Ops, something that was very common back in the day was running something called the train in zombies. Basically, you'd find this one good spot on the map that had good zombie spawns, that had a big open area where you could run around in basically a giant circle. we called it a train, me and my buddies. Get your weapons and all that stuff set up, and then just keep running around in circles, and every once in a while you turn around and fire a mag or two into the horde and see how high you got. Me and my buddies, we used to be able to get to rounds like 70 and 80 off doing stuff like that, but in the previous 2 Treyarch games, I would struggle to get up to 20 sometimes and past that, because the maps are so close quarters that at a certain point it's just straight up too overwhelming. I guess they don't want people to run trains and stuff like that in zombies because it makes it too easy, but for me and my buddies, that was the fun of it. We enjoyed getting up to those high rounds and seeing just, you know, a disgusting amount of aggressive Nazi zombies on the screen, and that was the best part about it for us. And believe it or not, I'm even excited for the campaign this year, which, you know, is over-the-top action that is typical stuff we can expect from a Call of Duty campaign, but they've added in some new mechanics and gameplay tweaks that look like they might just be for the campaign, might not transfer into zombies and multiplayer, which I'm okay with. You want them to be unique, otherwise why play them, you know? And even though it was only like a 4-minute mission, it looked awesome. I was really excited. For the first time in a long time, I'm really excited for the campaign. I was kind of hyped for the Modern Warfare campaign, but I was more excited just because the multiplayer looked like it was going to be good again. And now we get into the good stuff, the real reason I'm more excited for Black Ops than anything else. The weapons literally just look like Black Ops weapons with higher resolution textures and slight changes, which I'm hooked. The second I saw the XM4, I lost my shit. The Commando, if you guys didn't already know, is my favorite Call of Duty weapon of all time. Everything about it, the way it looks, the way it handles, the fact that it's a precursor to the standard M4 carbine that everyone knows and loves to this day. You got that little gun strap wrapped around the end of the barrel. That, for some reason, was my favorite part about that weapon. And when I saw the new Black Ops Cold War multiplayer gameplay with the XM4 with that same gun strap wrapped around the barrel, I lost it. That was it. That was hook, line, and sink. They take my money. Activision. Every year, no matter what, for about 3 or 4 months, there is hardcore blind hype for the newest Call of Duty. It's like something they've just encrusted into our brains since we were wee lads, and now every year, like a fucking light switch. Right around September, October, I just go ballistic, getting so excited for the newest Call of Duty. And sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes the hype is real, and it's actually pretty fun, but at least in the past 5 years or so, Modern Warfare was really the only decent Call of Duty we got. I mean, Black Ops 4 had some cool stuff, and Black Ops 3 wasn't terrible, but not much can be said for Advanced Warfare, Infinite Warfare, and games like that. They just didn't really hit the mark. And like I said, it might be blind hype, but everything that I've seen so far out of Black Ops Cold War has me excited. The weapons look great. They adjusted flinch so that your screen will still move, but if you're on target, your aim's not going to be moving, so you're not going to get people getting shot at and then accidentally getting a headshot on you because of weapon flinch, which is amazing. Quick scoping is back, and it looks like it's going to be better than ever. That was something I was really big on in Modern Warfare 3, and I'm very excited to try it out in the new Black Ops. Score streaks have changed a bit. It kind of worries me a little bit. They're now basically support streaks, and the numbers for the streaks have climbed higher than they ever have before to kind of combat this, so it's going to be interesting to see how that works. I've seen from a lot of YouTubers that how it's working right now is towards the end of the match, everybody gets their streaks, and it's kind of overwhelming, so we'll have to wait and see how they adjust that and what they do with that, because I don't know how difficult it would be to completely change how the score streaks work. I'm sure it's easy to like change the numbers and values and stuff like that, but I don't know how easy it would be to take them from score streaks and make them kill streaks and all that stuff. And I also don't want it to be too easy to get score streaks, because even though the past few years I haven't been one who gets a lot of score streaks just based on how little I play at Call of Duty lately, but I don't want people that are really bad to be rewarded for their bad gameplay, you know? I want everybody to have a good time, sure, but if you're bad at the game, you shouldn't be getting streaks that are just annihilating me and my team. That's not fair. Now, I have heard it's going to be running on a version of DirectX 12, so that means we are probably still going to be seeing stuff like getting shot around the corner, and, you know, people's latencies are going to be different. It's something we've always had to deal with in Call of Duty, and looks like we're going to have to continue to deal with it, unfortunately. Now we do have a beta coming up for it in October. They did announce an open alpha to PS4 users starting, I believe, on the 18th of September. The footage we've seen so far is just from the alpha. It's not the fully updated version that they have already ready for release. From what I've seen from the alpha footage, the AK-74U looks to be top tier weapon at the moment, kind of like the M4 is in Modern Warfare. It's been nerfed plenty of times, but still seems to be the god weapon, and it's the first AR you unlock. So that's going to be interesting. I hope they do a better job about weapon balancing. From what I've heard, other than the AK-74U, all the weapons are extremely well balanced and seem to be on par with one another, which is very good. And when it comes down to it, we're just going to have to wait and see. Hopefully it'll be great. I'm very excited for it. Out of everything I've seen, I think it looks very promising, but we're going to have to wait and see. And that's all I got for you guys today. Hopefully you enjoyed hearing what I'm excited about. What are you guys excited about? Tell me in the comments below. Is there an opinion of mine that you agree or disagree with? What games are you excited for this year coming up in the holiday season? Let me know. And I'll catch you in the next one.